Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Charlotte if you're new here, and today I have a really exciting video for you guys. I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me, and I've got lots of new products to try out, so it's gonna be a fun one. I've got some stuff from Rare Beauty. I've got the Makeup by Mario metal thing. It's gonna be great. First off, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for getting me to 400 subscribers. That happened so fast. I know a lot of you guys found me from my item beauty review video, and I'm so glad that you decided to subscribe and stick around. It means a lot to me, and I hope you guys keep enjoying my videos in the future. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right into this. I also just realized I forgot to wet my beauty blender, so I'm gonna go do that and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. The beauty blender is wet, so now we can actually get started. So I'm gonna start off priming with the Essence primer. This is the Essence My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer. I'm just gonna take, like, you don't need very much, like not even a pea-sized amount. This sort of has the same like blurring effect as like the Benefit Professional one, but it's a little bit creamier, and I like that this has tint to it. Moving right along, now we've got the star of the show. This is the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez foundation. I ordered this online from Sephora. I'm not sure if it's gonna be exactly the right shade for me. I've opened this up and looked at it, and it's super, super liquidy. I've never really seen anything like it in a foundation. I'm gonna apply it all over my face, kind of carefully. I've heard that a little bit goes a long way with this one. I'm gonna try it out with the Beauty Blender. We'll see how this goes. It's like super lightweight. This is also the eyeshadow palette I'm gonna be trying out later, but for now I'm just gonna use it as a mirror. Yeah, there's definitely a good amount of coverage to this. I could have done half the face with a brush and half the face with a beauty blender, but honestly, I never put foundation on with a brush, and I know a lot of people don't. I think all foundations apply better with a beauty blender. Okay guys, I think this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna apply a little bit more in my eye area, and also I'm gonna blend it down my neck. So just carefully blending this down my neck and avoiding my white turtleneck. So this is one whole light coat of the foundation. I think you probably could build it up and do like a second layer if you wanted to, but I'm pretty happy with this level of coverage. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I think it looks good. I do think I got the right shade. I was a little bit unsure. I thought it maybe would be too yellow on me. I have the shade 110N if you're just wondering for reference, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, moving on to concealer. I've been trying out the Covergirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This is super, super full coverage. I have shade L100 Fair Porcelain. So you don't need much of this at all. Just putting it under the eyes. I know that this isn't like a new product, but I'd never tried it before. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this out with my beauty blender, starting on the perimeter of my face and working towards the center of my face. I'm also gonna put a little bit of this on my eyes as an eye primer, just a tiny bit. Don't need very much. Oh, that's already probably too much. Oops. And now I am gonna do just a teeny tiny bit of spot concealing. I really just have like one spot right here that I want to cover up. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the same concealer on the back of my hand, just that much, and a brush, and I'm just gonna dip in and cover this baby up. Now that I'm done with the concealer, I'm just gonna set everything in place with translucent powder. Lately I've been trying out the Covergirl Clean Fresh powder in the shade Translucent. I like this one so far. It's really powdery. I find it kind of gets all over the place, but it definitely does the job. I'm gonna start with under my eyes. And I'm using a Makeup Forever brush. This is the 156 brush, and I find this one works really well for setting under the eyes. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using a bigger BH Cosmetics brush. Okay, perfect, great. I'm also gonna set my eyelids at this point with the same powder, but I'm gonna use an eyeshadow brush. I usually, when I'm setting my eyes, I usually like to go back in with my beauty blender and just make sure that there's no creases. Okay, now that everything is nicely set in place, I am really quickly gonna hop off camera to go do my brows. If you've seen my videos before, you'll see how I do my brows, but I always use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. This is an amazing product, and then I set them in place with the Benefit Gimme Brow. So I'm gonna go do that really quickly, and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back with eyebrows. I know for you guys that was about 2 seconds, but for me it took about 10 minutes. But you know, here we are, the brows are on. Time to move along to the eyes. I've got 2 palettes that I want to play with today. The first one is the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez palette. As I said, I was using this as a mirror earlier, but it is an absolutely stunning palette, and I haven't really tried it out yet at all. I've swatched this shade and that's it. The only thing that's kind of weird about this palette is all of the shades are shimmers. There are no mattes. So I don't know, I used to actually do shimmer all over the eye all the time, but then like Suddenly when YouTube got really big, like 5 years ago, I feel like all of a sudden everybody was like, don't put shimmer in the crease, like it's not allowed. But honestly, like I don't hate it. And then I also have the Master Metals by Mario palette. I haven't tried this out yet either. And this is the one with like the mixing medium. I think people have been using this predominantly as liner. If I go for both of these, it'll be a very shimmery look. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see my eyes closer up, and then we'll get right to it. I'm gonna be starting off with the Rare Beauty palette, and I think I'm gonna go right in with this shade in my crease. I haven't done a shimmery crease moment in quite a long time. I wanna say probably since high school. So I'm using a Morphe 518. These are my favorite crease blending brushes. You know what? That's actually blending pretty well. Obviously, if you are putting a shimmer in the crease, it's the same as like highlight or anything. Like you are gonna see more texture on your skin anywhere that you put a shimmer, which I think is why people often say not to put shimmer in the crease, is because it may highlight that there are creases in your eyelid, but that is perfectly normal and human. I'm gonna do one eye on camera for you guys, and then I'll do the other one afterwards off camera, just to save time. Okay, so now I'm grabbing a Morphe M433, and I'm gonna grab this really pretty deep purple shade in the middle, and I'm just gonna put this in my outer corner. And I'm just gonna work this kind of into the other shade, just to see how they blend sort of with each other. These shadows are really nice. I am like thoroughly surprised. Honestly, like when Selena Gomez said that she was launching a makeup line, I was so skeptical, but I'm really liking these products like more than I thought I would. And I've also heard the same thing from a lot of other people. I know I am a little bit late to the Rare Beauty game. Like I know it came out in what, like September, and now it's December, but I mean, the palettes I think just came out a couple weeks ago, so they are a new thing. I love when I make these reviews and I'm just like, I love it, it's great. Like I always think there's gonna be like a negative, but there's not so far, other than like I guess a bit of fallout. I am gonna do a lid shade now. For the lid, I'm gonna be using this color, and I'm gonna take a MAC. This is a really old MAC brush, but it's just like a flat like packing brush. And also these shimmers are sticking really well to brushes, because that's a thing that I always have trouble with lately, especially I find a lot of new brands, their shimmers just don't work on a brush, and I don't understand why. Actually, maybe I spoke too soon. So this is kind of doing the weird brush thing that I was just talking about. So I'm gonna try it on my finger. Oh yeah, that's way better. See, I don't know why that happens. Like, why do they apply better with the finger? So I'm gonna go back in with a bit of the second shade here. I'm gonna kind of blend that. And then I'm gonna take the dark purple again and sort of just reinforce that too. I am having a bit of an issue with the fallout on my nose. That one is not brushing away quite so easily. I think here's the eye look so far. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna pop off camera really quickly and do the other eye, and then I will meet you guys back here to do some eyeliner with the Mario palette. Okay, now I'm back with both eyes done. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. The shades are all really pretty. They blended really nicely. So I am just gonna quickly pop that medium purple shade into my lower lash line on both eyes. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna do a little bit of the dark purple just in my outer corner as well, just a tiny little bit. Yeah, like just that amount. I think that's super pretty. This is turning out to be probably one pretty extreme eye look in the end, but now we have the Master Metals by Mario. I don't really think any of these would go with this look that I've done. I think I'm just gonna throw on the pink over here, because you know, why not? We've already got this much color. Let's just add some more color, you know? So I also bought the mixing medium that goes with it. This was $18. I know for a mixing medium that's a little bit steep, but I didn't have a mixing medium. I've honestly never used one in my life. So we're gonna see how this goes. So I know that you scrape this into this little pan that it comes with. And also the scraper came with the mixing medium. I expected the scraper to come with the palette, but it did not. So I'm gonna scrape a little bit of the pink. I scraped just that much in the corner. Now I'm gonna put a couple drops of the mixing medium because I wanna use this as an eyeliner. So here's what that's looking like. It's like a goo. So that's with 4 drops of the mixing medium. It's not like fully liquid, but it's definitely pretty gooey. So I'm gonna use a Makeup Forever angled liner brush, and I'm just gonna go in and use this as eyeliner. Okay, here we go. It's working. Like, it's definitely working. Okay, I'm gonna wing it out. Can you see me? I hope you can see me. I think I need to add more of the mixing medium. It's sort of drying down pretty quickly as I use it. Here's our wing. Attempt number 1. She looks all right. Not the best wing I've done in my life. Honestly, I think there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve with this stuff. It's pretty easy to use, the product. It's just a little bit tricky to figure out the consistency. So I'm gonna do this wing off camera, and we are back. We have two wings. I think they're related. They're not identical twins, but they're definitely in the same family. I definitely mixed way too much of this. That's gonna be it for the eyes. They're pretty crazy, but I had fun. I'm just playing with new products. I'm not trying to make like an everyday wearable makeup look today. So I'm gonna pop on some mascara and a lash, and then I will be back again to finish up the rest of the face. Okay guys, we're back. We're zoomed out. The lashes are on. It's time to warm up this face. Just in case you wondered, for my mascara, I use the Benefit Roller Lash, and then my lashes are the Ardell Classic Wispies. So we're gonna move on to bronzing and contouring. I'm gonna start with my favorite bronzer. I kind of use this to contour. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I have this in the shade for lighter skin. I like to start with a big brush. This is the same one I used for my face powder before. It's the BH Cosmetics one. And I go in the cheekbone. I'm gonna go pretty heavy with the bronzer today because my eyes are super dark. I'm not gonna do a serious nose contour, just gonna hit the sides of the nose with some bronzer. I go heavy on the forehead because, as you can see, my forehead is not small. And we've got a white turtleneck on, so I'm gonna have to be careful. But I'm gonna do under the jawline and down to the neck. You don't want to forget the ears as well. You don't want pale ears. So that was more of my contour. I know I sort of put it everywhere. I'm kind of crazy. But then for my actual bronzer, I do use a shimmery one. This is the Dior Backstage Contour Palette in the shade 01 Universal. So I'm gonna use the two top highlighter shades and I mix them together, and then I put them also around just the perimeter. Not as heavy-handed as I am with the Essence bronzer, but I think this sort of just adds in a bit of a glow. And then on sort of on the cheekbones. Now we're gonna move on to blush. I'm gonna use a really pretty shimmery blush for this look. I think it'll tie it together. This is Just a Pinch by MAC. It's one of their Extra Dimension blushes. I'm obsessed with these. So yeah, I think this will look really pretty with this look. So I sort of focus it on the apples and I blend it up. Just a little bit on the nose. I'm not a big blush on the nose girl. I know that's really trendy right now, but I kind of don't like it. This is another Dior Backstage palette. This is the Glow Face palette in Universal. For my highlight, I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna mix together the gold and the white shade. And I'm gonna just there. Then I'm gonna hit the Cupid's bow with the white with my finger. Now I'm gonna use a really tiny little pointed brush and I'm gonna put a bit of this white shade in my inner corner of my eyes. I think this will look really nice with this look, just to kind of brighten things up. And I'm gonna do a little bit in the brow bone as well. Let's do a lip. So I'm gonna do a nude lip because I think anything other than nude would probably look a bit crazy with this eye look. So I'm gonna start off with my favorite lip liner. This is the Essence Lost in Love Soft Contouring Lip Liner. I do usually overline my bottom lip a little bit. I don't really like to overline the top. For my lipstick today, I'm gonna use Hue by MAC. This is another classic. This is one of my favorite nudes. And then finally, I'm gonna finish with a gloss. This is just the Essence Clear Gloss. So I'm just gonna put a teeny bit of this. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think the foundation looks really, really nice and I will use that again for sure. I think the finish is gorgeous. I think the eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. I think the eye look I did today is a little bit crazy and overboard, but I mean, like, I was just playing around. I just wanted to have some fun and try out my new products. I think the Mario palette is really cool. The eyeliner looks awesome. Again, it's a little bold, but who cares? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you did. Let me know any video ideas that you might have for me. Just leave them in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. And I think that's it for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching and bye.